What's up, y'all? It's just Rhonda. I figured, it's Monday. Might as well come on down here to the Vineyard, stay at one of these Airbnbs. It's the looks on the bluff, and I feel like I'm gonna go ahead and attend. Like the video, subscribe to my channel. Let's get into it. Summer's House, Martha's Vineyard, Season 2, Episode 7. It's 2:13 a.m. in the morning, and Summer doesn't care anymore, child. She done stomped around the house, and she can no longer be Noelle's anchor. Ain't Noelle needs to go be friends with them other girls where they have it light and giggly over there because she's very heavy. And she just wants you to go somewhere and leave her alone. Shout out to Shanice for serving ass at the top of this episode. Every week we have this trend. We're gonna go ahead and look at some ass. We've seen Shanice's ass several times, but I guess if nobody else is gonna step up and do it, Shanice is always gonna be there to volunteer. So we got to get that out of the way. Noelle is over here trying to find logic with a drunk Summer, and that's not how that works. That's not gonna happen. This girl is not saying anything clearly. Just leave her alone. I don't know why you chased her all the way down there in the first place. Shanice and Bria are laying in the door listening to the conversation while Summer is basically talking shit about how I'm not mad at you, I'm pissed at Bria. None of her explanations really make sense, to be honest. It's 3:57 in the morning, and she's still crying. She ain't sobered up none. Now she's over here with Jasmine and Jordan, and they're trying to, comfort the girl because she's crying about, I don't know what the hell she's crying about at this point. She's the only one crying this time. So, Jordan and Jasmine do their best, like, it's going to be okay, girl. You take your ass to sleep. It's 6:25 a.m. The sun is up. The aftermath of Freaknik is all over by the pool because you know how they do. Whatever was going on out by that pool last night is still down there. Nick is getting ready for a 5K. From Freaknik to 5K, that's pretty impressive. I'm going to go ahead and guess he didn't have a whole lot to drink, and he probably turned in earlier. I feel like they showed him sleeping. I don't know how he slept with these girls running through the house like wild banshees. Summer knocking shit over because she's effed up all her friendships. How old is this girl? I feel like she's in her 30s. Nick is hosting the Lux on the Bluff event. He's trying to make it annual, and he has the whole theme worked out. We're going to discuss some things, Nick, because I feel like you almost had it, but much like Preston, we forgot a few details. Natalie and Amir are up. The house is slowly getting up. Nick is off running his 5K. Nick and what is this boy? Natalie and Amir are standing outside discussing how she wasn't really feeling Freaknik. It's not really her thing. It's not really her vibe. She's really not down with that type of behavior. She likes the girls, but I guess it was the behavior that had her all worked up. I don't know which behavior it is. I'm not clear. The arguing part, I mean, that's not a vibe. Are you talking about them and all that howling and screaming? We wasn't talking about that. We're talking about the party part. But don't worry about it, girl. I feel what you're putting out. Summer's up. She's creeping around the house. She's on a tour of Good Morning, I'm Sorry for acting a drunken fool last night. But she's a mean drunk. And when she gets drunk, her real feelings come out. So that's why people be real irritated with her when, she sobers up. Because they're like, yeah, you was on some low blows. You weren't tipsy and annoying. You were tipsy and mean. Take a shit low, Summer. Some of the kids are in the kitchen. Who did I see? I saw Preston and his man. They was gathering up some ranch dressing or something. It's probably not any food in there except for the food that's stuck to the stove. Y'all are disgusting. I don't understand what's happening. Natalie is in, a lot of scenes. Amir is giving your girl, it's like chilling with you so she can be on Bravo. She had more scenes than you did, homeboy. You let her have the Natalie show. We didn't ask for it. You could take it to another house. Take her to a different summer house. I feel like Amir would probably be a good fit at one of the other summer houses. I'm not saying fire the man. I'm just saying he seems like he would fit in better at a different house. But I don't know. I'm not there. I'm just over here. Everybody kind of sit around chatting about how Summer acted fool last night. I guess she went through the house like tearing shit apart. Like not physically, well, some physically. We did see her knocking things over, but she went through the house like really hurting feelings. You know what I'm saying? Bria wasn't feeling it. She brought up something very personal about how her man be treating her. And I'm like, how he be treating? What about how she treats him? I can't begin to figure out the whole Bria and Simon of it all. And I don't have any energy to spend time there. Noelle's sitting there telling Alex that she was in the crossfire of everything that was going on. And I said, you was not in the crossfire, girl. You ran up on that fire and it burnt your ass. That's what happened. Bria's sitting up there giving Natalie all the tea. Now, y'all be so many places, just all these rooms. It's hard to keep up. I'm trying really hard. Bria is in the room giving Natalie all the tea. Natalie is eating it up. I don't know why, because you don't even really know these people. And Bria has gotten on everybody's nerves, so they kind of know where to put her. I know where I'd like to put her, but she's not at my summer house vacation. I have never in my life, I've gone on many girls' trips. I've never in my life gone on a girls' trip where we woke up and all the crusty shit was still in the kitchen. Y'all are nasty, for real. I just feel like y'all are not 20-somethings or like college people. Y'all are grown as hell. If this is how you are over at the summer house, then you've got to be the same way at your house. Like, why are the clothes like thrown all over the place? Doesn't they say that's a sign of depression when you have your shit thrown all over the place and you just need all this clutter? You should get cluttered. Summer, you in a lot of clutter. It's a lot of clutter in nasty kitchens. See, y'all make me itch. 5 grown people standing in the kitchen with potatoes stuck to the stove. Embarrassing. Some of the people in the house are like Alex and Preston are like, y'all gonna have to stop getting so drunk. And then it's a thing for everyone. This girl got to walking around the house saying sorry for everybody. And it's like your 4th sorry tour. So the people are kind of like, okay, girl. Nick finished 5th in the marathon. Like this marathon was very important to him. And apparently none of his people showed him the love that he feels like, he's been showing them. I mean, when you think about what he's going through in this moment where, he lost a good friend and he's dealing with that. Again, Summer, look at here, a whole thing and a whole emotional thing going on with this person. But you're worried about, it's your world, girl. I'm just so unclear about what she's upset about. She's upset because her friends are friends with each other. Isn't that a good thing? So then when we all hang out, it's a key. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you and Jordan are definitely not y'all are not a match. I don't know why y'all cling to your relationship because it just is unhealthy, I feel like. Child, where was I? Nick finished the marathon. He talked about, this number 5 that's been following him as he put it in and how it's attached to his friend that he just lost. So for him, he's in a deep place emotionally. And to be honest, even though it sucks that these people didn't really show you no love or wish you no luck or anything of that nature, it's probably best that you had that peace of mind alone with just, you know what I'm saying? No distraction. I get where you're coming from, but at least now they know. I think it's one of those things where even though they didn't say sorry, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Anyway, everybody starts cleaning. Summer wants to have a little chat with Noelle because, shit went left with Noelle. She snapped on Bria, Noelle, and pretty much anybody like Shanice just stayed out the way, ate her chicken, and that's the only way to avoid it. But, they've had their run-ins too. Summer said that Noelle is on the receiving end of her anger towards Bria, and I'm like, girl, you're a mean drunk, and and Noelle, when somebody's saying like, leave me alone, and they're drunk, just leave them alone. She can't rationalize with you. You ain't gonna be able to rationalize with her. So you just have to let her go stomp it off and burn it off. You were the only one chasing her through the house. Everybody else is like, here she go. She's on a blow. And that's annoying. What is she so mad at Bria for in the first place? I mean, I feel like as annoying as Bria is, what did she actually do in this moment? I guess she said some stuff that we didn't hear her say. Noelle's basically like, girl, I mean, I liked you from the very beginning, but this whole mean drunk act that you be doing, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to hang around with that a whole lot because I'm not gonna be somewhere and we gotta fight because you did something stupid. Summer acknowledges you that when she's hurt, she hurts people. And when she's drunk, it's even worse. I'm just trying to figure out what anybody in this house did to hurt you. You know what I mean? You just anybody can get it. You know what I'm saying? And if that's the space that you're in, you should probably distance yourself from, parties and people and alcohol because we don't know what's really going on with you. And that's pretty much what Noelle said. Like, girl, I can, forgive and forget and all that stuff, but I don't know if we're gonna be cool like that, because your behavior is a little bit sus. So Natalie is down at the pool giving Jordan and Donald the whole rundown of her third party version of what happened between Summer and all the girls that was up in the middle of the night. Not because she heard it, not because she saw it, but because she has the Bria version. And she's like sharing the Bria version with a bunch of blah, blah, blah and da 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 da. And I'm like, those be missing details. You can't get a third party account of something and have half of it be filled with blah, 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 whatever, whatever's. Nick wants to have a quick meeting over at the house, over at the kitchen. He has a list of things for these people to do because you can't really tell them things and expect them to do it. It's kind of nasty in there. He's having a party. You know what it is when you prepare for the party. Bria's all like, I don't have time for this. I've got things I need to do today. I have Simon and Milo that I need to tend to. So I don't have time to be setting up for your party because you didn't even help me set up for my party. And then, of course, we flash to everyone helping her set up her party. Nick is like, girl, if you don't want to help, don't help. But I got some list of things that I need to go over and run through right quick so we can go ahead and get set. I just feel better if I know what's going on. And I can relate to that. I'm task oriented. Just tell me, you know, give me the list and we can see what's left on the list that needs to be done. You know what I'm saying? Give me a task and I can help you knock one of these things off the list. Rhea is such a selfish little brat. He said, well, just go ahead and at least make sure the bathroom got paper towels and wipe that thing down. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, okay, got it. And Sharice is like, I'll go help you because yeah, maybe both of y'all do. Both of y'all go clean the bathroom. Hopefully at least some of it will get done. Don't look like it because they get upstairs and talk shit about how I ain't cleaning no bathroom. If he wanted to have things clean for his party, he should have hired a housekeeper. Duly noted, friend. Whose friend is she? Whose friend is Bria? Is she Jasmine's friend? Who brought her over here? So Nick let the people know while we were down to the meeting that y'all hurt his feelings by not telling him good luck. And he went over there with hearing nothing from no one. I wish they would have said sorry at least. But it's whatever, Nick. You see how people show up for you. I remember Nick going to church with Alex. Alex, you weren't up drunk. You couldn't even say good luck or something. Anyway, he brought it to their knowledge. And delegated the chores to the people that decided to stay. Jordan is sitting at that table with RBF, and I'm like, this girl is so irritating. It's crazy when you could be irritating even when you're not saying nothing. She's just sitting there making faces like, why you always got the stank face on? I don't know. Every time I think about how kooky these two girls are, Preston has sandwiched himself in between. It just makes me wonder where his crazy is, because it's got to be somewhere. It's somewhere in there, Preston. People start arriving. Nick's girlfriend arrives. Finally, she's here. Natalie is a real estate person, so she took it upon herself to escort this lady through the house as if, she didn't just get there yesterday, but it's fine. Um, Nick had a little setup for her with, carnations, pink flowers tossed all over the bed. It was real cute or whatever. It's a nice way to walk in. Natalie, can you move out the way so the lady can walk in there? She just prancing around in front of these cameras, isn't she? I see you, girl. I hope it's not much more of you that we're gonna have to see over here. Take your man over there to the other summer house, winter house, one of those houses. Jordan tells Summer what Natalie said, and I'm like, yeah, go straight to this girl and find out because this girl's over here, Natalie, blah blah blah, and her way through a story that don't have nothing to do with her that she heard through Bria. And again, Summer's crying, talking about how she's, her relationships and her friendships, and it wasn't against you. And Jordan's like, okay, well, you probably should go talk to Bria at least. Bria and I forget who. Bria and her crew and Milo were standing in the kitchen discussing, the situation with Summer. And Summer walked up and she's like, Bria, do you have a minute to talk? And Bria was like, nah, I'm not right now. And I can't be mad at that. Sometimes you just be like, no, let's just table it for right now. About to be at a party. So I need to be in a different frame of mind. The guests start arriving. I mean, it's a dress up party. So people are, it's looks. It's looks on the bluff. Um, Bria, why are you letting this girl, Natalie, give Mayo alcohol? No wonder why you were bringing him to the club. You be getting Milo drunk too? Mariah wants to have a chat with Amir, and I want her to stop doing that. Mariah, Amir doesn't like you. I think Amir thinks he's better than you, to be honest, and that's why he doesn't feel like he needs to apologize. I could be wrong, but in my mind, I feel like, Amir aligns himself with Nick, who travels and goes to Tokyo and Wimbledon and South Africa. He wants to be mini Nick. He thinks you're ghetto. And therefore he don't have to say sorry. So in his head, he's probably really thinking, I just accidentally moved the laundry. I didn't tell you to go get all ghetto and push that girl. That's what he's thinking in his head. Stop asking him to apologize because he's not sorry. And maybe at his house they do wash the laundry and the dog's clothes with the people's clothes. We don't know how he was raised over there, girl. Let it go. We're tired of that. We don't want to talk about the laundry no more. Cherise and Bria and Noelle are standing out, in the Hampton yard of it all, complaining about how boring. These girls are bougie. We want to twerk. You want to twerk? Relax. You'll get to twerk. Let's evaluate your party. Noelle, you had a decades party over at the couch with nobody outsiders. So y'all can stand on the furniture and stuff and twerk and act a fool. And Shanice can run around with her top off and we could go and pretend like we're having a whole bunch of fun. Bria had a yard party. Not much went on there except for she brought a llama and then everybody just stood around. I didn't see no twerking happening at her party. She brought a llama. And she had catering, and I recommend that. Like, I recommend the catering. Don't have a party without catering because y'all are terrible cooks. I could tell by the way you keep the kitchen. Shanice, I mean, you had a foaming naked slip and slide party, but it was just y'all, like not outsiders. Outsiders are here that don't stay at the house. When the party gets turned, then we can twerk. But for right now, can we just relax? For God's sakes, Milo looks fly. He know how to act in company. got a whole doggy suit on. I was like, get it, Milo. Preston confronts Summer about, what she said. Now she got to say that same thing again about how it's not him and she loves him and it's just things that she's going through that she doesn't feel comfortable opening up about. And Preston is like, well, girl, I'm not trying to be your heavy friend. If I'm being too heavy, then just tell me it's too heavy for you and we can lighten the shit up. Because I don't know what that's not how friendship goes. I think friendship is supposed to go, Summer. When one of your friends is going through something, you offer support as much as you can. That's it. I already said you and Jordan are toxic. I don't even know how you became friends, but hey, everybody needs somebody, child. Amir's at the party. He sees this girl that looks similar to Jordan, and she did. She even had on a similar dress to this Jordan, and he was like, "Is that Jordan?" And his girlfriend gets all in her feelings because apparently Amir is not allowed to say Jordan about anything, not even in question. Alex made a Lux on the Bluff speech. He explains, the significance of the number 5 and what's been going on with his friend and how come he's been emotional. He gives us a little history on, Greek culture at the HBCUs and the Divine Nine. The party is on. It's getting a little toasty. People getting a little sip on. Here comes Phil, late to the party. I mean, he's allowed at the party, so just behave yourself. Don't look like he knew it was a Lux in the Bluff theme party because he got on his regular clothes. Nick, I love you, but pizza is not Lux. There's nothing Lux about Domino's. So if you're going to have anything Lux next time, you need to put some catering in your budget somewhere. The party is turning up and sober Summer, wants to exit the building. She says she don't want to be around all these drunk people, and that's probably best. It's probably the best time for her to just, removing alcohol from the situation is a good look for her. Out the blue, Simon decides he wants to be a pink flamingo, child. I mean, Bria, this is your man. Natalie, is this the kind of fun you were looking for? You were looking for a man in a pink flamingo suit? Bria's embarrassed. She's acting a whole fool now, doing that whiny thing that she does. And she's, oh, you're embarrassing me. Oh my God, why are you doing? She's screaming and snatching and threatening to poke the thing with a kitchen utensil. Preston running around talking about, y'all need to chill. Y'all need to relax. Y'all need to stop tripping. She threatening to break up with the man. I mean, maybe y'all can explain it to me. I don't care, child. Only Bria and Simon will be able to find each other on this planet we live on. Next week, Natalie wants to invite herself into a conversation with Nick's girlfriend about how he's handsy. I thought we discussed this already. I mean, Amir's girlfriend came in this season as the tea spreader. So, I mean, y'all do whatever y'all want to do with that girl. Like the video, subscribe to my channel, and we'll be back down to the Vineyard next week. Bye, y'all.